Hello, and welcome back to Lifemastery Proverbs. I'm thrilled you've joined us today. This channel is dedicated to uncovering the timeless wisdom hidden within ancient proverbs and translating them into actionable insights to propel you towards success and happiness in today's fast-paced world. Through the lens of captivating stories and real-life applications, we delve into the ageless knowledge passed down through generations, waiting to be rediscovered to enhance our modern lives. In today's episode, we'll be navigating the profound waters of a proverb penned by the notable Stoic philosopher Seneca. Born in the year 4 BC, Seneca's enlightened teachings have transcended through the ages, offering a well of wisdom for those willing to draw from it. The proverb we're exploring today is, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality," a simple yet profound statement that holds a mirror to our inner fears and challenges us to distinguish the imagined from the actual. This powerful phrase unveils the potential that lies beyond the shackles of unfounded fear, guiding us towards a path of courage, clear action, and ultimately, success. As we unravel a captivating narrative centered around this proverb, you'll discover how its timeless wisdom is incredibly relevant in today's world. Whether it's the apprehensions holding you back in your career, personal life, or the journey towards self-improvement, understanding the essence of this proverb could be the key to unlocking a life of greater fulfillment and achievement. So, get comfortable, open your mind, and let's set sail on a voyage of discovery that bridges the ancient with the contemporary, bringing Seneca's wisdom right to your doorstep. In the heart of ancient Rome, nestled beside the gentle whispers of the Tiber River, lived Marcus, a skilled merchant known throughout the city and beyond. His renown was not just for the variety of exotic goods he brought to the Roman markets, but also for the exceptional acumen he carried in his dealings. Marcus wasn't born into affluence. It was his tireless endeavors and an eye for opportunity that elevated him to a position of esteem among his peers. However, despite his success, there lay an untouched horizon, a venture into uncharted waters that promised glory beyond measure. Yet it was a horizon that seemed shrouded in ominous clouds of dread in Marcus's imagination. Each day, as the sun cast a golden glow on the tranquil waters of the Tiber, Marcus would find himself standing at the bustling harbor, his gaze fixed on the endless expanse of the sea that stretched beyond the known map. The harbor was a place of contrasts. On one hand, it was a scene of lively commerce, with merchants and laborers engaged in animated barter, the air filled with a cacophony of languages, the scent of salt mingling with that of fresh produce. On the other hand, it was a place of silent contemplation for Marcus, where the rhythmic lapping of the waves against the shore seemed to beckon him to dare the unknown. Each ship that set sail carried with it a promise of adventure and prosperity, yet Marcus's ships seemed anchored, not by ropes, but by his fears. The word of fierce storms that could swallow entire vessels, tales of merciless pirates lurking in the mist ready to plunder, and the endless expanse that seemed like a gaping maw ready to engulf the daring, were chains that held him back. Each rumor was a stone added to the burden of fear Marcus carried in his heart, each tale of a lost vessel a shackle that bound him to the known shores. His fears were not entirely unfounded. The seas were perilous, and many a brave soul had ventured never to return. However, Marcus's mind had cultivated a storm far fiercer than what nature could conjure. The whispers of danger had brewed a tempest in his mind that threatened to drown his ambitions before they could set sail. Marcus's family, loyal crew, and fellow merchants could see the storm brewing in his eyes each time he gazed out into the sea. His wife, Lucia, often held his hand, her eyes a calm harbor amidst the storm that raged within Marcus. His loyal crew awaited his command, ready to brave the unknown. Their trust in Marcus was a beacon of hope that flickered in the shadows of fear. The days turned into nights, the seasons changed their mantles, yet Marcus's ships lay anchored. The merchant who once was the epitome of daring seemed to be ensnared in a cage of fear, a cage forged by the cold iron of imagination. As Marcus delved deeper into the safety of the known, the whispers of the sea became distant, yet they left a trail of longing in his heart. Each night, as he lay beside Lucia, the stars seemed to whisper the ancient words of wisdom waiting to be discovered beyond the veil of fear, beyond the harbor of hesitations. One fine morning, as the sun cast a gentle warmth over the bustling city of Rome, a series of seemingly mundane events led Marcus to a chance encounter that was anything but ordinary. The market square was alive with the usual morning vigor, traders opening their stalls, the air beginning to fill with the myriad aromas of spices, fresh bread, and the distant salty tang from the harbor. On this day, however, A calm figure amidst the bustling crowd caught Marcus's eye. It was Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher known for his profound wisdom and serene demeanor. Aurelius was an old soul. His eyes carried the kind of depth you'd find in ancient scriptures. His presence was a tranquil lake amidst the tumultuous sea of market activities. Their paths crossed amidst the earthly sense of the market, over the fresh produce that Marcus was inspecting. Their conversation began with a casual comment on the freshness of olives that season, but soon meandered into deeper channels of life, fears, and the invisible chains that bind one to the harbor of hesitations. Marcus found a comforting resonance in Aurelius's words, a solace he had long sought. In the gentle cadence of Aurelius's voice, Marcus found himself narrating his dreams of uncharted voyages and the fears that anchored his ambitions. The candid confession of a brave heart seeking courage was a melody that carried through the market square, touching the souls of those within earshot. Aurelius, with a knowing smile, shared the profound words of Seneca, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." These words weren't just uttered, they echoed through the core of Marcus's being. They sat together on an old wooden bench. The world around them seemed to slow down as Aurelius delved into the essence of this ancient wisdom. The sun traveled across the sky, casting shifting shadows on the cobblestone paths, but the two were engrossed in a conversation that seemed to transcend time. Aurelius spoke of the many brave souls who had cast aside the shackles of imagined fears and embraced the reality with open arms. Their lives were testimonies to the profound truth in Seneca's words. As the sun began its descent, painting the sky with shades of dusk, Marcus and Aurelius parted ways, but with a promise to continue their discourse. Marcus's heart felt a stir it hadn't in a long time. The seeds of courage were sown. That evening, as Marcus stood by the harbor, the horizon seemed a tad closer. The winds carried whispers of hope, and the setting sun promised the birth of a daring dawn. The chains of fear seemed a bit looser. The tide of courage began to rise slowly, yet steadily. The encounters with Aurelius became the much-anticipated moments of Marcus's days. Each conversation was a step towards the uncharted, towards breaking free from the harbor of hesitations. As their conversations deepened over time, Aurelius began to share specific examples and guidance to help Marcus overcome his fears. One calm morning, under the gentle shade of an ancient olive tree, they delved into a discourse that Marcus would hold dear for the rest of his days. Aurelius shared tales of ancient mariners who, despite the crude maps and primitive vessels, dared the vastness of the unknown. He spoke of their initial fears, the whispers of sea monsters, of realms where the sea boiled and skies rained fire. But with each voyage, the mariners discovered that the monsters were just large fishes. The boiling seas were but warm currents, and the fire from the sky was the dazzling dance of northern lights. Aurelius then gently guided Marcus's thoughts towards the successful traders of Rome, who had once been paralyzed by the fear of loss, but now were the masters of the market square. They had imagined market crashes, deceit, and bankruptcy, but when they meticulously planned their ventures, took calculated risks, and learned from minor setbacks, prosperity followed them. With a tender yet firm tone, Aurelius guided, "Marcus, the sea of life is vast and filled with both wonders and perils. However, it's the imagined storms that hold us anchored, not the real ones. Here's what you can do," he continued. "Firstly, identify your fears. Write them down, look at them under the light of day, and you'll see, most of them dissipate. Secondly, seek knowledge. The unknown becomes less terrifying when illuminated by understanding. Learn about the sea, the known dangers, and prepare for them. The more you know, the less you fear. Thirdly, surround yourself with the wise and the brave. Their experiences and courage will be your torch in the dark alleys of fear. And lastly, take small steps. You don't have to venture into the unknown all at once. Start with short voyages, feel the rhythm of the sea, understand its moods. With each voyage, your fear will lessen, and your heart will yearn for the distant horizon." Marcus listened intently. Each word was like a droplet that quenched the parched lands of his courage. The wisdom in Aurelius's words was as ancient as the olive tree under which they sat, its roots delving deep into the soils of truth. As the sun cast long shadows, Marcus's heart felt lighter. The shackles of fear were beginning to loosen. He now had a glimmer of understanding, a path that could lead him out of the harbor of hesitations towards the vast, endless sea of opportunities. The proverb from Seneca was not merely a phrase, but a beacon of hope in the shrouding fog of fear. As they parted ways that evening, the horizon seemed to beckon with a warm, inviting glow. The whispers of wisdom echoed through the realms of Marcus's thoughts, urging him to dare the vast unknown. As days turned into nights and nights into days, the discourse with Aurelius had instilled a newfound courage within Marcus. The proverb, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality," became a mantra that echoed through the corridors of his mind. It was a reminder that the chains that held him back were forged in the furnace of his own fears. With each sunrise that painted the sky with hues of hope, Marcus found himself inching closer to the day he would command his ships to set sail into the vast unknown. His days were now filled with meticulous preparations. He sought the counsel of seasoned mariners, studied the stars, the winds, and the currents. He revisited tales of triumphant voyages and of tragedies that befell the unprepared. He was no longer a prisoner of fear, but a student of courage. His first step was to gather a crew of brave hearts and skilled hands, men and women who held the sea in reverence and not in fear. His call for a crew resonated through the hearts of many, and soon he had beside him souls ready to embrace the mystery that lay beyond the horizon. His next step was to ensure his ships were ready to brave the tumults of the sea. He summoned the finest carpenters and blacksmiths to strengthen the hull, sharpen the anchors, and mend the sails. Each stroke of the hammer on the cold iron, each pull of the sail threads was a beat in the symphony of preparation that played through the days and nights. The harbor that once echoed with the sounds of fear now resonated with the rhythm of hope and anticipation. The city, too, felt the ripple of courage emanating from the heart of the harbor. Marcus's resolve stirred the hearts of many. His journey was now not just his own, but of every soul that dared to dream. The day finally arrived when the silhouette of Marcus's ships against the canvas of the dawn was not a painting of longing but a portrait of courage ready to embrace the whispers of the unknown. As Marcus stood on the deck, the winds carried away the last remnants of fear, replacing them with a heart full of hope and eyes fixed on the horizon. He held in his hand a piece of parchment. It bore the proverb that had become the compass of his courage. He read it aloud to his crew, his voice cutting through the silence of the dawn. "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." The words hung in the cold morning air, a testament to the journey of a soul from the shores of fear to the realms of reality. With a deep breath, Marcus gave the command. The sails unfurled, catching the first rays of the morning sun. As the ships gently pulled away from the familiar shores, a cheer erupted from the crew, the shores, and from every heart that beat with the rhythm of courage. The journey had begun. Marcus was not merely a spectator of the horizon now. He was on a voyage towards it. The harbor of hesitations was now behind, and the sea of the unknown lay ahead, waiting to unfold its tales to the brave hearts that dared to venture. The morning Marcus set sail, the sun cast a golden glow on the calm sea, as if blessing his daring endeavor. The city gathered to bid farewell to the brave merchant who dared to dance with his fears. As the shoreline receded, Marcus felt an amalgam of emotions: fear, hope, excitement. Each wave that lapped against the vessel carried away a fragment of fear, replacing it with a drop of daring. The voyage was far from smooth, but reality was kinder than imagination. When storms roared, Marcus stood unyielding against the wrath of nature. His calm demeanor amidst the tempest guided his crew safely through the jaws of death. The reality of the storm was harsh, yet it was the imagined storms that had been fiercer. The silhouette of pirate ships on the foggy horizon was a reality check, but with strategic wit, Marcus outmaneuvered the predators of the sea. The ordeal unveiled the reality of fear. It was but a fog that cleared with the sun of courage. The lands they reached were a treasure trove of opportunities. Marcus's name echoed through the markets as a merchant who dared the seas. The success of his venture was the beacon of hope for many back home, waiting to break free from the chains of fear. As Marcus returned to the heart of Rome, he wasn't just a merchant. He was the embodiment of daring and hope. His success was a living testament to Seneca's words that now resonated through the bustling markets of Rome. Transitioning to modern times, Marcus's tale was the whisper of courage for many entangled in the web of fears. His legacy was not just of wealth, but of daring to face the unknown. As Marcus's tale of bravery and unfurling sails spread far and wide, it began to echo through the hearts of many who found themselves shackled by the chains of fear and doubt. The tale was not merely a narration of a voyage, but a beacon of hope for those yearning to break free from the harbor of hesitations. Now, as the narrator of this tale, I wish to share with you the essence of Marcus's journey and the timeless wisdom it unveils. For those who find themselves anchored by fear, here are the steps to embrace the winds of change and sail towards the horizon of endless possibilities. Identify your fears. Reflect on what holds you back. Is it the fear of failure, the unknown, or past experiences? Identifying your fears is the first step towards overcoming them. Seek knowledge. Fear often stems from ignorance. Seek knowledge about what scares you. Knowledge empowers and diminishes fear. Read books, attend workshops, and engage in conversations that enlighten and empower. Practice mindfulness. Practice being in the present moment. Fear is often a projection into the future of what might go wrong. Mindfulness helps in grounding you to the present, where actual action can be taken. Surround yourself with positivity. Surround yourself with individuals who emanate positivity, who inspire you to be better, to dare the unknown. Their courage will rub off on you. Their experiences will guide your path. Take small steps. You don't have to conquer your biggest fear all at once. Start small. With each small victory over fear, you'll gain confidence to tackle bigger fears. Celebrate your victories. No matter how small, celebrate your victories over fear. It reinforces positive behavior and builds confidence. Maintain a journal of growth. Document your journey of overcoming fears. Jot down your feelings, the challenges, and how you overcame them. Reflecting on your growth is a powerful motivator. Seek mentorship. Having a mentor who has walked the path you are venturing on can be invaluable. Their guidance can help you navigate through your fears and uncertainties. Embrace failure as a learning opportunity. Don't fear failure. Embrace it as a stepping stone towards success. Each failure carries a lesson that paves the way for future success. Visualize success. Visualization is a powerful tool. Visualize yourself successfully overcoming your fears and embracing opportunities. This positive imagery will reinforce a positive attitude towards life. Practice gratitude. Be grateful for the opportunities to grow, even if they come through facing fears. Gratitude cultivates a positive outlook towards life, making the journey of overcoming fears an enriching experience. Engage in continuous learning and self-improvement. The process of overcoming fears and embracing opportunities is a continuous journey of self-improvement. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep challenging yourself. By practicing these steps, just as Marcus did, one can slowly untangle the web of fears, replacing it with a tapestry of courage, wisdom, and a zest for life. The proverb, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality," is not merely an ancient saying but a timeless compass, guiding towards a life of action, courage, and unyielding exploration. In the realm of reality, opportunities are like the stars in a clear night sky, waiting for the brave to reach out and touch the essence of existence. The harbor of hesitations is safe, but the sea of life is where the real adventure lies. The tale of Marcus is a timeless whisper across the ages, urging individuals to confront their imagined fears, to explore the vast expanse of reality, and to sail towards the shores of success, just as Marcus did on the vast, endless sea. As the curtains draw on this tale, I invite you to reflect, to embrace the wisdom, and to take that first step towards unshackling the chains of fear. The horizon is vast, and the winds of change are always blowing, waiting for the brave to set sail, until our next voyage into the realms of ancient wisdom. May the spirit of courage and the essence of this proverb guide you towards a life of action, exploration, and unyielding success. Thank you for being a part of this journey. This is Life Mastery Proverb. Please consider to support our channel by subscribing and leaving a like to the video. Until we meet again in the next tale of wisdom that life has to offer.